I am a woman who was diagnosed with ADHD, or attention deficit hypersensitivity disorder, at the age of 32. Now, most women actually, I found out that we're actually diagnosed with it later in life, generally because we don't have the H part like boys do, excuse me, which is the hyperactivity. So women for years, we struggle with it. We struggle with being overachievers. We're constantly down on ourselves because we can't make sense of certain things in our brains. So that can lead a downward spiral of burning out in our 20s and 30s, especially if we're in school, because we have such a high want of being this overachiever that we burn ourselves out. For me, my experience started actually in my early 30s, and I was actually looking at getting my daughter diagnosed with it. She was just in JK, she was experiencing some symptoms. A friend of mine passed along a book. I started reading it and I was like, oh my God, this is me. That started my journey of getting diagnosed with ADD, and it was incredible because having a diagnosis of a reason of why I think and act a certain way, it's just so relieving to know that there's nothing wrong with you. Everything that you thought about when you were a teenager, especially, why am I like this? Why am I such a talker? Why am I weird? Why does my brain think a certain way? Why do I act a certain way? To have that diagnosis was so freeing for me, because then I was able to have a name to what was wrong, not even what was wrong with me, but why I was the way I was. I was able to get some treatment options for it. I tried a medication, which helped me to focus, which was incredible for the first time in my life. I was actually to focus on the top task at hand without going, oh my God, look, squirrel, and sidetracking into 101 different tasks. It helped me to not be as overwhelmed. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time of my diagnosis, and I had 5 children at home, one with special needs, and I remember feeling so overwhelmed consistently because there was so much on my plate and I couldn't break the reasoning of why. Why can't I do this when I really wanted to? My house was a mess, there were so many different things. Being on that medication allowed me to actually focus. It actually allowed me to even lose the rest of the baby weight that I wanted to lose from my youngest son, because I was actually starting to take care of myself. My house became a little bit cleaner. So having the diagnosis really helped me to realize that there was nothing wrong with me. It was more that, okay, this is what I have. How can I work through it? I'm here to tell my story because I know a lot of women do struggle with these insecurities and these overwhelming thoughts and the drive to be, I can do better. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And I'm here to tell you it's okay. We are allowed to have these thoughts, but there's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes it's just something as simple as getting a diagnosis and putting a name to what it is that allows us to actually really live the best lives that we can be. For me, having that diagnosis allows me to think a little bit differently and know that, yeah, I'm going to be last minute doing my assignment. It's due at 11:59. I'm doing my assignment at 9 o'clock that night. I'm stressing, yeah, but it gives me that adrenaline rush to actually be able to do that. And for me, it's not putting that pressure on myself now because I know this is who I am. I take my medication only when I need it. I've learned to combat my symptoms generally without the medication, but during exams or tests when I know I need to focus, that's when I generally take that medication. I know that exercising is a real big thing with people with ADD, so I exercise to help give myself that natural dopamine and adrenaline that I need to actually stay focused. So I'm here to let you ladies know that it's okay. It's okay to not be afraid to go to the doctor at any age and say, look, these are the symptoms that I have. What can we do about it? Here at the school, I've been through the counseling services as well, and they've helped me compartment things that I need to compartment at certain times and how to actually get on track with where I need to be on track. Conestoga has been a great thing. I haven't had to personally deal with the accommodations, but the fact that they're there if I need them is also a very freeing thought in regards to knowing that if I am struggling at any point in time, that I can come to get the accommodations that are needed, and that I can talk to even any of my teachers to let them know that I'm struggling, and they will do their best to accommodate me where it's needed. I think for today, that's kind of my story. And I'm just, like I said, I'm here to let you ladies know, especially, and even men, that it's okay to go through this at an adult age, and to know that it's okay and that there is nothing wrong with the way that you are.